Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and yes, this is the last faves and flops for the year 2021. My next two videos will be the best of the year for 2021 for drugstore makeup, and then the best of 2021 for high-end luxury makeup. So those are two of my favorite videos to make. But first, let's go through all of the things that I've been enjoying this past month. And I know it's only like the 16th or 17th of the month when this is being filmed. So, of course, as usual, I have a lot of stuff to talk to you about. First, let's do a little life hack. Now, I did do a baking collab this past week with 6 other bakers. We baked cookies. And I was talking a little bit about vanilla and how vanilla extract was really important to use in baking because the flavor is so strong and so pure. You get a better vanilla flavor using this kind of a thing rather than an imitation vanilla or vanilla essence. So, but this little puppy here costs about $5. And I'm going to show you now, and I did mention it in the cookie video, how I make my own vanilla extract, but this is still only a couple of days in process, but I just want to go over real quick how I make vanilla extract. All right, they come in this freeze-dried packet. There's 5 in the packet. I'm just going to take them out. And you can see they look almost moist. They're not really dry and shriveled up. And there's 5 pods here, and we're just going to cut them into 1-inch pieces. And I'm just going to put them right in here. So we've got them just in this 16-ounce jar here. You can see them in here. And now we're just going to take 1 cup of bourbon whiskey. That's just 1 cup of bourbon whiskey. And we're just going to add that to the vanilla beans in the jar. And put the cover on. Close that up tight. Shake it up. And that is the start of your vanilla extract. We're going to put that right in the cupboard. I put it in with my coffee mugs so that every morning I'm reminded to just shake it up a little, put it back in the cupboard. I'm going to do that for 2 months, 8 weeks. And we are going to have some delightful, beautiful vanilla extract. So now an 8-ounce jar of vanilla of a high quality is actually something that will cost you probably around $30. So I do have links below for the vanilla beans. They're very inexpensive. And then of course you can use whatever kind of bourbon you prefer. This is just the cheapy kind. Evan Williams, I think is kind of imitation Jack Daniels, but I mean it still tastes good. Mix it with a little Diet Coke and you know. Okay, anyway, okay, move on to makeup and beauty. I remember my roots. Okay. I've been testing out a lot of fake scents, fragrances on Amazon. You know, there's a lot of companies who do, just like there's a lot of companies who imitate eyeshadow palettes, there's a lot of companies that imitate fragrances. Some of them are pretty gacky and they get that Woolworth pong to them after a few minutes. You know, you get that kind of, it's a cutting the air kind of awful fragrance that happens after a cheap cologne is put on. So I always, you know, I'm a little skeptical about trying things when they say they smell like My Burberry or Good Girl or something like that. And I was pleasantly surprised. This is the Just Essence version of Burberry. And this is like a roll-on deodorant jar. It's so big, you know, it's just so big. And I was pleasantly surprised. It is pretty close to the mark, right on what my Burberry smells like for women. And it's a very pleasant, luxurious scent. And I think that's a wonderful thing. I'll link it below. It's just nice to have an assortment of fragrances without having to break the bank. A lot of us are on a budget. And if I can save money and still smell nice, that's good. But I'm almost grateful that there are companies that do that, because personally I can't afford $125 for a small bottle of perfume. I just can't. And I want to smell nice, and I want, I want to give that nice image, Speaking of smell nice, deodorants. This is the Raw Sugar deodorant. It's free of aluminum, baking soda, talc, parabens, and polypropylene glycol, or whatever it is. It's 100% natural. And this one is vanilla bean and charcoal. And I thought, well, you can't go wrong with that. So it's very green packaging. It's a cardboard push-up like those ice cream things are. And you push it up and it looks like a bar of soap. And when you're putting it under your arms, it feels like you're rubbing a bar of soap under your arms. Now, it's not luxurious feeling, but I have to say, I think it works fine. Get a little bit of vanilla scent there, which is not unpleasant. And now the packaging is the only thing I have to say I have a little bit of issue with. First thing is from pushing it against your arms, to apply it, it pushes out the rim of the product a little bit. So when you try to put the cover on, which is cardboard, it's actually a little bit of a chore. So I don't know if I could recommend this purely by the packaging, which is really a bad reason not to like something, but I just had such a hard time with this. And of course, I always recommend Lumi. I think Lumi's great for a lot of things in the summer with sweating and things like that. Under bra straps and things, this is very, very helpful. It was designed by an obstetrician. So she's got all those areas covered, if you know what I mean. And I think that these are nice. I think sometimes under the arms these can cause those little bumps to occur, and I don't know if it's from clogging pores or what, but sometimes folks can have a problem with some of the natural deodorants because of pore clogs. So anyway, Lumi and Raw Sugar. It's a nice deodorant. It is effective for one day, not for more than one day. This is effective for probably 2 days. This is far more expensive, of course, and this one, I just wanted to go with a healthier option for, hygiene products. I'm not sure about that one. I bought another replacement jar for this. This is La Cura Q10 Day Cream, and this is it's a daytime moisturizer. You can get this right at Aldi, and it's in the section. There's only like a section about this big for face washes and day cream and night cream. Now the night cream has a dark blue cap. The day cream has the green cap. These are about $5 or $6. La Cura. I love this. There is a scent to it. If you really have a problem with scented products, you may not like this, but I've gone through, this is probably 6th or 7th jar of this, and for the price and for using it every day, I really think it's well worth it. It comes like this. You'll see them stacked on the shelf. You may not even recognize them there. And then the face wash, not the one in the tube, but the one that's in the bottle is pretty good as well. For nails, this is the acetone nail polish remover, Dip It. This is something that has like one of the best sponges I have ever dipped my hand into. Literally, you stick your finger in, twist it a couple times, pull it out, and your nail polish is off. I think it's one of the greatest inventions. It saves you from using all the cotton balls and pads and spending a long time going back and forth and getting little fibers all over the place. And it's quite messy. This is a really great option, and it's nothing new. It's just that I've been really enjoying it this month because I have been wearing nail polish a lot, and I've been testing out a few. Let's get into makeup, because I know you like makeup, and I'm going to start with this brush, and this is a clean brush. This is the Sephora number 70, And when I saw it on display, it seemed to have a more broader tip, and it looked like the perfect blending brush for buffing in cream foundations and cream blushes and cream bronzers and stuff. And I can't get this thing clean. I really am so disappointed, and it's very, very stiff, and the bristles are a little bit too short. It's almost like taking a solid object and pushing it against my face. I'm really regretting that I bought this, and now it's way past the 30-day mark that I did purchase this to return it. So, and I can't get it clean. I tried the olive oil with the dishwashing soap, with the Zote soap, with my laundry soap stuff. I've tried everything, and I can't get it completely clean. I know it's clean, but it's still stained, and this was such a disappointment. Jane Iredale. If you ever go to Jane Iredale's videos on YouTube, she shows a beautiful, perfect skin person just swiping something on lightly, and at the very end it goes, Jane Iredale. It's just, I have as much fun with that as I do my Charlotte Tilbury. Anyway, I thought, I like a lot of Jane Iredale products. I like the thing with the little beads in it that turn into foundation. I like the lipsticks. I like the blushes. And it's been a while since I've tried any Jane Iredale stuff, so I thought I would go back because this face set was on sale. And this is a supposed to be all-in-one, everything you need for a travel look. Right. I don't think so. All right. So what's here? What's included in this little kit? Well, you get a powder, you get a slightly darker powder, you get a blush and 2 eyeshadows, and you get this lipstick. And then you get 2 applicators, a brush, which folds out. I've never seen a brush do this. It folds out, so you have a kind of a larger space brush, and it folds back in to fit into the little container here. That's kind of an interesting thing. It wasn't very effective. And you get this teeny weeny itty bitty little lipstick. And I'm just gonna show you the color because it actually was kind of pretty. It's a balm, it's a lip balm. And it's very pretty. It seems to oxidize and turn into a slightly brighter pinky coral color. And I did like the lipstick in this little set. But what I was not all that keen on was that this set, I forget the price of it. I think it was about $50. The blush was nice. The face powder was very dry, and I don't remember her face foundation being dry, but this was. And I tried a combination of both the colors to try to get the perfect shade. And with powder foundations, I tend to go a half a shade darker because it's more forgiving if you have texture or dry skin. But I just couldn't make it work. And the 2 eyeshadows, the light shade is kind of a matte, and then the darker shade is a shimmer. And that's it. That's all you get for the eyeshadows. I guess they're thinking you might want to use the powders in addition, but it just wasn't enough. And I used the blush, on the 10 and 2. I used a little bit of the blush just to fill it in. And I thought, well, it's okay, but meh. It was really meh. And the brush thing, that didn't work very well. And the applicator is the double tip, looked like a Q-tip kind of a thing. No, So the lipstick and the blush really are the only 2 good things in this kit if you're thinking about trying it out. I just didn't think it was worth the price point, and this is definitely going back. But I think I got this at Ulta. Of all places, I think I got it at Ulta. Ulta's really broadening their brands, and I think that's really wonderful that they are. I went back to try some old favorites, and it's been a while since I've tried these, and this is the PIXI Corrector. And I was watching another YouTuber who was talking about their favorites. It might have been Emily Noel or somebody, and she said she just loves this. And I was like, oh, I remember that stuff. It was, maybe 5 years ago I did a PIXI all over face. And this is like, it's a pink, thick cream, and it's supposed to, when you place it on a darker area, it's supposed to cover and conceal, and you put it underneath your concealer. Your concealer goes over the top of it. It's so dry and so thick. What I did use it for was, I have kind of a brown age spot, and it works really well on age spots or discolorations on your face. But under the eye, I didn't find this was a really good choice because it just seemed to crack a little bit. And I know you're only supposed to use a teeny bit of it, so that could be user error here, but I don't think this was worth it. I really don't. And it's very expensive. PIXI is very expensive. It's found in the Target stores. I don't know. You don't hear them talked about very much. I like her. She was I think she was a model or something in Denmark or Germany or somewhere, and or Sweden, and she created this line of makeup. And I know that they're good ingredients in the makeup. I know they're high quality. But maybe the target audience for this is younger and they don't have wrinkles underneath their eyes. I don't know. But this just didn't work for me except on blemishes and age spots. It's a great cover up for that, and you just tap a teeny bit in and it covers really nicely. And then when you put your makeup over the top, you do look flawless. It's really... So yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. This was a fail, and this is what I get for reading reviews on Amazon. Now, there were like 1,600 reviews of 4.5 stars average. This is the COVERGIRL CG Smoothers BB Cream. And I got the light medium shade. It's so patchy and awful and hardly did anything. I don't know who's rating it or how they're rating it. Yeah. No real scent to it. It really is just a moisturizer, and if there's an SPF in here, I don't know. SPF 21. That's not really that much coverage. You'd have to put a lot on too. I just didn't see the need for this or what everybody liked about it. So this was kind of a fail for me. I know there is a little bit of sunscreen in there, but I have other products that have more percentage of sunscreen in them, and they do more for me. So wait till you see my winners for this year. Oh my God, for drugstore and for high-end. I can't wait to do that. I can't wait. Okay, I did get a bunch of eyeshadow palettes that all looked very similar, and I'm looking for the perfect neutral functional daily eye look, and I tried a few based again on Amazon reviews and Ulta reviews. This is the PACIFICA, and they are one of the vegan, vegetarian kind of folks, all natural, cruelty-free line. And this looked like it was going to be the perfect kind of regular base eye look. And I just found there was hardly any pigmentation, but the worst part is that about an hour after I had put the makeup on, I couldn't find it. Except for I think the darker two shades, I couldn't find any of the makeup on my eyes at all. It had worn off completely from me blinking and everything else. So it doesn't last at all, and I used a primer underneath it. I mean, I really tried to give it every chance I could. I really believe in companies that don't test on animals and that they're natural and they have healthy ingredients in them that won't seep into my skin and cause problems further down the road in life. And I wanted to like it, but I can't recommend it. And I know that this one also had a lot of really good reviews on Amazon. I'm like, who are you comparing this with? Because compared to other eyeshadow palettes of similar colors, no, it's not working. It's not working for me. This is Tarte's, I think their answer to the Marc Jacobs line, to the Natasha Denona's, to, you know, just about everything. They're trying to do their own take on the strip eyeshadow palettes. These had such a light coverage. There was hardly any pigmentation to them. There was no light matte shade. There is like a transition shade. We have a very warm one, and then we have kind of a mauvey color transition. This was very nice, this kind of shimmery bronze. I love to line under my eyes with a color like that, and then the dark shade was working well too. But this is kind of a warm palette. It's very warm, and I'm looking for more cool tones or neutral tones in my everyday kind of flat basic eye look. So this was kind of a fail for me, and also the fact that, again, the pigmentation just isn't very good. You have to spend quite a while building it up. And I found that with other palettes from Tarte as well. And I know they also are not tested on animals. They have healthy ingredients. The Amazonian clay is in them. So there's a lot of good things about Tarte products, but I just found this palette was too warm. And everything pulled kind of tan and orange, and that is just not flattering on me. Sometimes in lipsticks I can wear kind of an orangey tone, but not in eyeshadows. They really do accentuate age sometimes, the orangey stuff. So this was kind of a disappointment, and this was the Powerbar. They're calling them Power Bars. I don't know if there's another shade range in this, but I didn't really care for that. So this is the Wet n Wild color icon in Walking on Eggshells, and wow, you know, they take old favorites, and I remember the very first Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells. I think it only had 3 colors in it, maybe 4. There was like 2 squares and a strip, and it was like black, and then there was a shimmery brownish color and a white or a light tan, I don't know, but it completely different colors. And then they reformulated, made new packaging, and made a new version of Walking on Eggshells, added some colors, and that was that 6-pan or 5-pan thing they came out with. And now they've reformulated again. They're calling this Walking on Eggshells, and it looks nothing like the original. I don't know why they don't just give it a new name, you know. And the only thing eggshell about this perhaps would be these 2 colors mixed. Because there's nothing in these shades that reminds me of eggshells, but Walking on Eggshells, of course, is an expression about being nervous. I guess the darker shades could be nervous, I don't know, shadows. This is a shimmer shade. I had hoped it would be matte so I could use it in the crease, but it's more of a shimmer shade. I don't know if I can use it here or not. And it catches the light wrong. For textured older skin, it just catches the light a little bit wrong, and when you get shininess and you've got some texture wrinkles, it kind of exaggerates it. So I wasn't keen on that. I like the pink shade a lot. I used this one as a transition between the transition on the crease, and between that and the brow there's like a tiny little line of this, but that on its own is way too warm to use as a transition shade. This is a beautiful light shade, absolutely beautiful, highly pigmented. Put it right here. They do their light shades so nicely. And you know, like Creme Brulee, they do not have the brulee in any of their palettes. I wish they would. I mean, this doesn't look anything like brulee, even though it's a nice pretty light color. It's much more shimmery and more bold than the brulee shade. But this is a really nice 5-pack here from Wet n Wild, and it's called Walking on Eggshells. It's from Hip Dot. This is the Ouija palette from Hip Dot. Hip Dot is a kind of an independent makeup company. And just look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh geez. Just around the mirror itself is so nice, and then you've got these beautiful colors. Now Hip Dot has some really high quality stuff. There is pressed glitter in here. This is a pressed glitter, this green one. Holy cow. Only if you have glitter glue and only on special occasions. I wouldn't recommend it otherwise. But some of these metallic shades are just stunning. Let me see if I can. But you have to be into colors like that to want to wear that. I do like some of the more muted shades. I love this kind of maroon wine shade. This is a very warm tone transition shade, goes kind of mauvey on the lids. You've got these 2 beautiful purples, and this one is just gorgeous. This is a duochrome. It goes from purple to gold. I don't know if that's going to transfer that well on my hand. Let me see if I can. Yeah. And then you've got this black glitter. I mean, this is one of the most elegant blacks I've ever seen. It's a very deep, deep black shimmer. And it's a glitter, so you do need to use like a glitter glue or a glitter primer on your lids beforehand. You've got a dark jewel tone purple. You've got a beautiful light blue. And let me just... And this shimmer light blue is so pretty underneath the lower lid. And then you've got this beautiful champagne. You've got this beautiful pink. If you're into the pinks, this green is gorgeous. It's beautiful, gorgeous green. I mean, you could wear this Christmas time or around St. Patty's Day very easily. Very, very nice. This is an unusual assortment. There's a white and then there's a shimmer white. And then there's, you know, it's just an unusual assortment, and the names of the shadows are adorable. I have to read them. Here we go. We have Goodbye, Medium, Seance, Starlight, Are You There, Paranormal, Lunar, Answers, Planquette, Spirits, Summon, Hello, Bored, Mysterious, and Whispers. So, I mean, really cute names for the shadows, and I just love this. Just to have it on my makeup stand is just so cute. And Hip Dot is on the little placate, whatever they call the thing. You know, the little communicator device here, and it's stamped into the top. That's just so adorable. I like kitschy things like that, as you know. Speaking of kitschy things, this is the Revolution Makeup Revolution. What the heck? What is their name? Are they Makeup Revolution? Are they Revolution? Are they London Revolution? That's not a good thing when nobody knows what you're called. And then you name your products by Revolution, by Makeup Revolution. This is called the Chilled Palette, and this is, I think it's a CBD oriented thing, 25 or 64. This is the green palette, where I pull a lot of my greens, except for the glitters. The pressed glitters are really harsh. I wound up having glitter not only all over my face, but it got inside my eye area, and I had an awful time with scratchy pieces of plastic in my eye, and that really annoyed me. So I'm not going to recommend these pressed glitters. There seem to be two of those, and then we have some nice shimmers. We have some nice mattes, purples, browns, really good. But I bought this for the greens, and I use the greens in this a lot. They have a lot of like blue greens, neutral greens. We got a bright, bold Christmas green here. There's a shimmer green blue that's really beautiful. And I really literally did just buy this palette for the greens. There are some other colors here, golds, which aren't bad. This lighter gold is very pretty on. The brown is fine. This is a pink shimmer. We've got that mustardy color, which I hate, and it seems to be in every palette this year. There is a silver here it's micro glitter. It's not as severe as the pressed glitters of these two. Really, really severe they are. Those are the ones. This one I got into my, let me see if I can, yeah, that's the one. I got that in my eye, the pieces of glitter from that, so I wasn't very happy with that. But this is a really good palette for green shadows if you want them for accents or anything like that. See, I've already got it on my hand here. But be warned, if you use the glitters in here, they do travel all over the face, and you'll find them for days after. You'll find pieces of glitter everywhere. So, whew, goodness. All right, one more palette. This is called Exotic Flavors from You Can Be. And I bought it because it had a nice combination of colors in it. There's not a mirror in there, but it's got a really beautiful assortment of shades. And You Can Be is a high quality duper of high-end. You'll find they do Huda Beauty and Natasha Denona palettes and things like that. They do them fairly well. This is their own. This is their own choice. But you've got everything here. You've got your brights, you've got your blues and purples, you've got your greens, you've got your mustardy yellows, you've got your pinks, oranges, and then your neutral browns and dark browns. It's got a little of everything for everybody. And I just thought it was the perfect all-color palette. This may even win this year for best all-around rainbow palette. You know, for colors, if I want to find a blue or a green, I can go here and find a color I can use with an outfit or something. So I think this is a really nice, well-balanced palette. This is Exotic Flavors from a company called You Can Be. Oh, one more. Charlotte Tilbury. And you know, speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, once again, I'm looking at my highest selling stuff that I link below in my videos, and the dead fish makeup or pencil holder that comes with 4 dead fish pens. It's #1. You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts, okay? #1 thing you're buying. Forget about the lipstick, okay? I have to see what direction I have to take this in now. I don't know. All right, Charlotte Tilbury, let's get back. That was featured in that video, by the way. That's why that came up at that time. This is the Sophisticate palette. It's back in stock. This is the only one of her palettes that I felt was a normal look for old people. Of course, I'm being, you know, terrible by saying it that way. There's a mirror on one side. This is basic colors. These are colors that you can use every day to make a basic eye. I have them on my eyes now. I added a couple shimmers from other places, but this is my basic eye look palette. Because it's an investment, it is like 54 bucks. I did get it on the sale, so I got a little bit off on it, but it's your perfect base color, it's your perfect crease color, it's your perfect edging color, and your perfect lining color. It is absolutely the most perfect regular functional eye kind of palette. Yeah, and that's called the Sophisticate from Charlotte Tilbury. So yeah, I really like it. I'm not sure if it's going to be in my faves of the year or not, because there's so many contenders this year for those kinds of things. I wanted to try this because somebody mentioned it was really good. This is Revlon's translucent powder. This is the Photo Ready, which I haven't tried the Photo Ready line in a long time. And well, you know, I've been doing this show since 2013, and I have tried such a variety of drugstore products, especially because I was basically almost all drugstore before I discovered, you know, a Sephora. It's nice. It's very clean. It's very nice. I don't see anything extremely special about it. I think it's a little bit less finely milled than the #7. So, but the pricing seems to be a little bit less than #7 too. It does its job really well. You don't get any reflective glare back. So yeah, it's a nice powder. Somebody said it was their favorite. Powders don't really do it all for me, so I'm not really like, I can't go gaga over it. Now this one I know I did like and made it as my powder of the year a couple of years. And I thought I'd revisit it again, and the first thing I did was I dropped it in the shopping cart and it opened, which is the reason I hate this. This is Rimmel's Stay Matte, and it doesn't come with any kind of a device to apply it with. Cheapest packaging ever. Rimmel, really, Rimmel, come on, come on. This is so cheap. And that's the reason I don't have it in my collection anymore. It's cracked, it breaks easy, This thing is cracked. It's cracked. See that? So it doesn't fit on there. It doesn't close tightly. If you have it in your luggage or anything, it breaks. It breaks all over your makeup bag. Here's another one, packaging. And I don't want to use it because of the packaging. And this feels a lot like the Revlon Photo Ready. It feels a lot like it. This was everybody's favorite back when I was first starting my YouTube channel. Back 2013, 2014, everybody talked about Stay Matte from Rimmel. But, you know, until they fix this packaging, Rimmel, come on. Come on. Jeez. Wet n Wild. This is their shimmer powder. Let's see how I can do this. Yeah, this is the highlight powder. It's loose powder from Wet n Wild. Right now, it's being featured in those $5 kits. You get this and you get 2 liquid halo highlighters for $5. This is an incredible powder highlight. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. If you see this in the box with the 2 halo highlights for $5, pick it up. Do yourself a favor because this will last you your whole natural life. And it's one of the best highlighters on the market. This actually will be in my faves and flops favorites for the year for drugstore makeup. Packaging, again, I'm having trouble with this. This is the Magic Away concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. I can hardly get the cap off. And I think it's because this sponge deposits some stuff on the side here, and when you put it down here it swells up the bottom or sticks on the bottom of the container. I click it shut, you know, but it's so hard. And if you've just put on your primer or any other makeup and you try to pull this off, your hand just slides off it. I actually had to use pliers to pull it off after I had put on some you know, moisturizing, hydrating primer. My hands just slid right off this thing. I just could not get it off. And I think it's because this sponge swells up. So, you know, a packaging error on this because the product itself is quite nice, the Magic Away concealer. But the packaging, I mean, you got to think that one through. It's just too hard to put. See, I can't do it now. There we go. That's really hard to pull apart. So, packaging. I gotta show you these mascaras I tried this month. Here we go. All of these, plus an apple. There's an apple one too. This is one that was advertised, rated highly on Amazon. This is the Apple Super Lash, it's called. It was awful. It hardly did anything. This brush is so big that it did not reach my lashes. The center of it wouldn't reach my lash. Where all the goop is in the center didn't even reach my lashes because this lash brush is so darn big. I don't understand why anybody would want a lash brush that wide and all the goops in the center and it doesn't even touch your lashes. I mean, I hardly had anything on my lashes at all. It was such a packaging error. The wand was awful on this, and that was the Apple Super Lash on Amazon. So just stay clear. And again, they got a lot of good reviews. I don't know, is that all the workers in the plant that make it that all voted? I don't know who did, but it was awful. I hadn't tried this for a while, and it won at least 2 years in my best mascara of the year. This is the Rocket from Maybelline, and I forgot how much I liked this particular mascara. The wand is very thick. It's that plastic rubbery stuff. I found that this flaked a little bit over time, but it did give a nice lash, and it did last. It didn't put dings on the upper part of my lid, which is always important with me. I forget why I stopped using this, but the Rocket gives a pretty good lash. I can't see anything wrong with that one. Here's 2 more. This one is Showgirl mascara from Barry M, I believe. Yeah, this is Barry M Cosmetics, and Barry M is based in the UK. I remember when Barry M came out because he used to just sell nail polishes in the 80s, and I used to go to They had outdoor markets, and he used to sell his nail polishes at the outdoor markets. He made his own really vibrant color nail polishes, and he was famous for that. Then he developed a makeup line. This is Showgirl mascara from Barry M. You can get this on Amazon. It really wasn't all that great. It did leave dings on my upper lids after a long day of work, high pressure, high stress, inside, outside, going to the car, carrying stuff, coming inside, sweating, going outside, freezing. This did not pass the test, unfortunately. It flaked, and it also left little dings on my upper lid. So Showgirl mascara, I love the packaging. I love the wand was nice. The brush was nice. It had all potential to be a good mascara. It was a little messy, but it didn't work. So unfortunately, Barry M, sorry. This one cracks me up. This is the Heavy Full Figure Membrane Force Eyelash to Cream Mascara. Now this is very badly translated Chinese description. Makeup for season, membrane force, rich mascara. And this is the description of the mascara. Paste, light, soft, slippery, dazzle, rich black color, richly contains vitamin B5 and collagen, and nourish eyelash. Equipped with innovative 3D brush head, instant blossom thick, durable roll become warped, such as light wings, blink angelic clever. So, you know, with an advertisement like that, I had to try this. Okay. Really thick, warped is probably a good word. This stuff sucked. It did not give me enough volume. It did not give me enough length. It flaked. It was a little difficult to use because it's such a thick, large rubber brush. On my lower lashes, I had a lot of dings in there, and it was very difficult to remove. So unfortunately, warped membrane mascara, and they need new words in the Chinese dictionary. I don't know what they were thinking. Membrane. I don't want to put anything on my face that says membrane. Heavy Full Figure Membrane Force Eyelash to Cream. Fail. Fail. Just fail. Angelic fail. This is Merit or Merite mascara, and somebody said it was their favorite mascara of all time, and when I hear somebody say that, I try it. If I haven't tried it, I will try it, because I try to have all the faith in the world in people. Okay, now you know that I have a history of liking big old honkin' lashes, big old honkin' fat tarantula grab my eyes lashes. This gives a beautiful, natural, satiny look to your lashes. It lasts all day. It does not ding. It does not flake. It's made out of healthy ingredients. It's not tested on animals. So it checks off all the boxes, except it's not real super, super big honkin' lash. And I really do like it. Merit, I don't know if they're calling it Merit, like am I right, or merit. Okay, I'm hearing it both ways, and I have to say my natural look at this would say merit, and that's what most people will say, but it could be another one of those words like, I don't know. You know, we have other cosmetic companies, L'Occitane, for instance, L'Occitane. They, you know, they have a spelling that doesn't look like what it sounds like. That's the same, it could be the same thing here. Merit mascara, this is the lengthening, volumizing mascara, I believe. It's absolutely beautiful. It is sold at Sephora. They have a beautiful lip balm as well that I like. Yeah, I think it's good. I do like it. It's not my favorite of the year. It's not my favorite mascara, but I do want to mention it because it is nice. And because it has healthy ingredients, it's not tested on animals, and it works nicely. It doesn't leave dings, and it doesn't flake, and it lasts all day. It does check off every box except for my big old honkin' Liza Minnelli box. Okay? So Merit Mascara. So speaking of big old honkin' lashes, this is a set of, I think it was 12. There's 6 different styles of eyelashes. And they come in individual boxes, which is really nice for traveling and otherwise. This is an Amazon set, and they each come in their own little boxes. So there's 2 of each design. This is the second design. Third design. And these are fake mink lashes, so they are synthetic mink. And this is one of the sets. This is the set I'm wearing right now. This is the 3D 246, and I have them on right here. 3D 246. Very, very easy to put on. I'm not usually a fan of the thick black bands on these lashes, but they do adhere pretty well. They're very inexpensive, and you get 12 sets in here for one low price, and it's so much nicer than buying more expensive ones individually. So with that, I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I'm going to be back next week with my best of high-end makeup for the year 2021, and then I will follow that with the best of drugstore and low-price makeup for the year 2021. 2 of my favorite videos to do. Again, everybody have a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.